it okay if I go through?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Government or big business? Who would you trust more in researching innovative and often life-changing ideas that contribute to the advancement of society? There are those who are skeptical of government intervention, accusing them of numerous hoaxes and inventing conspiracy theories. Whether or not these accusations are true, the government has the responsibility to provide for the welfare of its citizens, while the private sector does not have to bear this responsibility. When research is funded by the government, it is often reviewed under a panel of legislation from organizations such as the National Science Foundation or the National Institutes of Health. Good afternoon. I am here to ask for funding to expand my research project on putting cameras inside birds to spy on the American public.
Unfortunately, that does not follow our code of ethics,
Nor is it promising.
and we will not be funding this research project as per se.
Good afternoon. I am here asking for funding to further expand my research on why the Earth is flat.
Unfortunately, we could not grant you that funding.
Therefore, your research is not beneficial.
Good afternoon. I am here to propose a research project in hopes of gaining monetary funding. My project consists of sending a robot to Mars to collect samples of rocks.
I believe that's a great idea.
Thank you.
We will be handing you the monetary fund as of right now in order to further your research project.
Thank you.
This is done to ensure that funding is being distributed to a project that is ethical, practical, and shows promise for benefiting society. The private sector, however, does not have to apply research in a beneficial way. The tobacco industry, for instance, has been creating addictive products such as cigarettes and e-cigarettes that cause harm to its users, despite knowing the health implications it possesses. Instead of using this research to condemn the use of carcinogenic substances, this private industry has monopolized these harmful substances to gain substantial wealth. The private sector is heavily incentivized by research that can reel in profits. It goes to say that research funded by the private sector is not always for selfish gain. There are numerous private foundations that play a role in the funding of science that have their own evaluation panels to decide what research is worth supporting. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for instance, has devoted more than $40 billion to fund scientific research meant to combat diseases such as meningitis and dengue in less fortunate countries. Large private foundations are often funded by an individual or family with significant sums of money earned through the capitalization of a product. Meanwhile, government funding for research is accumulated through the taxation of its people. Again, the government is responsible for providing to the common welfare of its citizens. Thus, by raising funds through taxing the public, research for technological advances in fields such as the medical and military industries is funded, contributing to the overall growth of the country. The government has access to a surplus of money and technology that can be used to conduct research on a much wider scale when compared to private industries. Access to these resources can contribute to the rapid advancements of new innovations. For instance, because of government intervention in the funding of research to combat a virus unknown to mankind, COVID-19 vaccines were rapidly developed and distributed throughout the whole nation. It can be argued that funds gained by the public may just be a waste of taxpayer money spent on unnecessary projects, but research is not a straight line path. Hence, trial and error is crucial to the formation of new ideas. For this reason, funds gathered by the government are important as they are distributed to academia and universities to cultivate the growing minds of the youth and incentivize the formation of new ideas.